What's good, y'all? It's Courtney here, and in today's video, I just wanted to just leave y'all a message of just saying that I'm done, man. I'm just done. Like the title of the video, it can have various meanings, but it's a matter of fact of just releasing and letting go and letting yourself know that you will have certain type of moments when you feel like you're ready to just crash or just give up. You know what I mean? Or fall off a cliff, hypothetically speaking. But that you're human, real talk. So I mean, it's just a matter of just acknowledging that and knowing that those are times where it's like reflection time and or just rebooting yourself to get back to that stage of like, let's get after it. Let's consistently get to our purpose and to our goal. So I just wanted to get into that today. And I also just wanted to mention, sometimes you will feel like you're off center or something just feels off. And sometimes that's just due to the energy and the vibrations that may be around you in the environment that can trigger that, because sometimes we can't really control ourselves to a sense to where withstand that. Sometimes it gets the best of you, or that person or that thing or that environment just gets the best of you. And so you just start to feel like, man, I just want to, go home, or I just want to, I just want to quit. And I was just talking to one of my friends about like just how there's days where, you wake up, you make your bed. Like that's like one of the things I do. I make my bed. I start off doing something real positive, or just something that shows neatness and you're ready to perform. Like I'll do some push-ups, I'll read, I'll drink some water, and I'll journal. You know what I mean? I'll let things be expressed and I'll let things flow. But sometimes as you go through the day, you prepare for the day, but then there's certain things that you weren't even expecting to happen. Like you expect everything to go great. Like when you prepare for things, usually sometimes you would tell yourself in your mind, like the day's gonna be okay. I started off right, so there's nothing really to worry about. But in reality, most of those days you gotta be prepared as far as for what comes next, what may go wrong, what may challenge you, what may teach you a lesson for that day. And so, like I had that all throughout this week, as far as just going to work and stuff like that. It was eventful. I'll say that it was tough a little bit, but I embraced it all. Though I was very fortunate to embrace it all, and take all of it as lessons and be open. But at the same time, it's like, man, I don't even want to have to deal with that, man. And so that's where, like, with me, praying or reflecting or journaling, getting my thoughts down, that's what helps a lot. Probably at the end of the day, maybe you do it every morning, but it's just a matter of like getting that out at the end. And like just a minute ago, I was feeling so like down or just tired to a point to where I just didn't even want to make a video. I was procrastinating on the video. Like I was kind of scrolling a bit, you know what I mean? Or just staring in dead space. But this is something that I look forward to like almost every single day really. And I want to, just make videos to where I'm presenting, parts of my perspective and what I've learned, and just like journaling my life. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people come from the inner cities of America, come from poorhouse home or broken home, come from a place of where they're hungry and they just need some guidance or just need some advice or just someone who can relate to them. And I've always, wanted to be a well-rounded person. And there's some things that my parents or some of my friends or some of my, older siblings or just my family in general couldn't, feel or fulfill for me. And so I try to become that person, you know what I mean? I try to become that best version of myself, that Courtney 2.0, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the version that that has been exposed and has presented himself as a person who's not willing to grow and be better and not do anything sinful to them, you know what I mean? as far as like when I say sinful to them, I mean like, you know, like a virus, or doing, you know, doing wrongdoings towards yourself and towards others that can affect you as well. But then I get up and I be like, bro, like I'll look at what time it is throughout the day or something like that, and that's through every single day as far as what I do. And I'll be like, bro, like I'm wasting so much time, even when I'm not, even when it's like I'm moving at a good pace or something like that. I always feel like I'm wasting time, and sometimes I'm kind of really hard on myself to where I can push myself, and that's good. Sometimes you got to be hard on yourself and put yourself in uncomfortable situations in order to grow, in order to you know, reach that fullness of yourself. And so I would do that a lot, you know what I mean, as far as like with timing and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, you got to get up. Like, no one's else gonna, you know, come save you. No one's else gonna give you a handout. Like, I try to put that in my mind. So like, even if you do get a good you know, a good thing, or get lucky as far as like having a partnership or somebody helping you or guiding you or gifting you something, not giving you but gifting, because you know, a lot of times when people give you something, I, as a person of character and having respect, like I'll gift it back to them in return. So yeah, bro, it's just a matter of like looking at it like, bro, you can't waste time. You have to grow as much as possible and as soon as possible from your mistakes, or you know, learn from other people's mistakes or what they've done that worked for them. And, you know, just put your own sauce to it, paint your own portrait. Yeah, like I come to a point to where I just want to give up, but like in this video, I just want to let y'all know that that's not an option at all, and I'm gonna give you a few reasons why. So if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you get notified when I drop a new video. And if you already, you know, been tuning into the channel, let's get into it. So first things first is just understanding that you, like, you've already, you know, awakened that 2.0. Like I said, like acknowledging that. And ignorance is bliss. Like, you've already awakened that new you. So if you don't feed into it or invest into it, it will, you know, like haunt you for real, because you've already like exposed it. You've already exposed that old person to you that needs improvement. And if you don't even get to the point to where you want to tackle that issue or tackle that person, you'll hurt yourself, and you'll be regretful, and you'll get depressed, and you know, you don't want to get in that position. And like me personally, I come from a family or a household full of, you know, depression and anxiety, and just a matter of stressing yourself out so much. And so I've seen that early on, and I've tried to, you know, put my little sauce to it as far as to not have that affect me, or I don't want to become a person who's so depressed and stressed. So I try to, like I said, I try to tackle everything, you know, head on. So it's just a matter of just understanding that, like, you can't, you know, give up or do anything in that nature, because you've already, you know, brought that person out as far as like, I need to work on something, or I need to fix this. So let's get into it then. And as I sit here, I understand, and I just have that feeling inside, like that my, you know, my ancestors are with me, my family members are with me, all the people that came before me are with me, like, and just people in this moment, you know, in my life right now, they're with me, and they would really just be like, you know, disappointed in myself, you know, or I would be disappointed in myself if I would present myself that way. I couldn't really look myself in the mirror. And so I always feel like there's so much more out there for me, and you can feel it. Sometimes it's just a feeling, man, like, and that's probably with health, wealth, love, your happiness, you know what I mean? Like, you always feel like you should be eating better. You always feel like there's more money to be made, or, you know, more opportunities. And with that money, you can create more opportunities for your life, for your friends, your family, and for generations to come. And that love, that partner you maybe, you know, you always feel like there's something better than what you're, you know, exposing yourself to. And, you know, you always know that you when you're not happy, you're not fulfilled. Like, you're always, you know, getting these short-term instant gratification things that's filling in those gaps that won't fill them all completely. and you'll easily just eat yourself alive. So look into that as far as like, man, you can't be ignorant to the freaking improvement that you've already exposed that you need. So it's deep. And look at it also like this. If certain people were done, with you right now in this moment, like, or just throughout your entire life, if certain people just ended up just giving up on you, or just saying, I'm done with this person, or I don't want to raise this kid, or, I don't want to help him, you know what I mean? As far as like with teachers, parents, friends, like it could be anybody who's like, or just shows some sort of care for you enough to where you could, move on in life and get more opportunities and chances. Because a lot of times, bro, like a lot of my friends, a lot of my people that I grew up with in elementary school, middle school, high school, they don't get the same opportunities that you and I may get if you're in a certain position of getting the opportunities. Like they may have made certain mistakes. They may have put themselves or been exposed to certain things that are negative, and that they unfortunately weren't strong enough. They weren't really strong enough to get out of. So now they're in that situation, and they feel like there's no other way out. Like, so you gotta understand, like, bro, like, if people invested into you, or you've gotten the opportunity to better your situation in some way, shape, or form, it can be big or small. You gotta take that into account and appreciate that. Like, the job's not done. Like, you still have more to do. Like, just living in, the U.S., like, versus like living anywhere else, you have way more opportunities. Like, I was just telling my barber, like, dude, just cutting my hair. I'm like, bro, like, we're comfortable, we're complacent, we're lazy. And I'm saying as far as the whole, entire, country, like, we're lazy, like we're too spoiled, you know what I mean? And especially in the black community, like we're born consumers. We're born in a place of just, getting materialistic things and, just sitting on your butt or getting, benefits from the government. But you gotta understand, like, that can only last so long, and once you are on that horse, you know what I mean, it's hard to get off, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of, fending for yourself, building that foundation to where you can make as many choices as you may want, you know what I mean, to better your situation instead of just settling for less. And that's the definition of being done, like, as far as with like life. I've seen people in my life just call it quits, as far as with parenting, as far as with succeeding, or pursuing something that they may love. And it's like when you're in a bad environment or negative environment, it's hard to get all of that stuff out. It's hard to be able to weigh all of that out as you're trying to do what's best for you. And so I say all this to say is that like ultimately, like my saying, and I've said this in one of my videos before, like, my main goal is to find my truest self, reach my fullest potential, and help others do the same. And as far as, reaching my fullest potential, I won't really reach my fullest potential. If you really think about it, you really won't. Because each and every day, you're a child. We're all children. Like, people say, like, we're a child of God and everything like that. It's true. Like, we're all still children. Like, even our parents are still children, because they're all still learning. There's certain things that they haven't learned. Or, it's always room for improvement of growing. Like, we're not perfect. And so, like, you gotta understand, like, you won't stop growing until you transcend, or, reach your fullest potential. And that's not until death, or until you go to heaven, or, wherever you, into the higher, to higher spirit, or to your ancestors, or, stuff like that. So it's just a matter of understanding, like, every day will be a struggle, because every day creates and promotes problems that you have to either deal with or solve. It's really that simple, or work around, you know what I mean, and create a solution for it. And so I came to the conclusion that, like, as I get older, and while I'm still, young, I can go ahead and embrace all my problems, all my struggles, and all the lessons that I need in order to build a healthy foundation for myself and my family, and follow my calling. And I won't be done, and then I'll be done, and then I'll be done as far as, like, once I transcend from this earth and leaving a legacy and leaving a good foundation for my family and doing something right and seeking truth. So just understand that, like, you need you. Like, you need you. Your former self versus 2.0. Like, you need yourself in order to grow from that. I know what you need to do better from. And you gotta also know that people need you as well. Like, every person on this planet needs another person. We cannot do this alone. And especially in the Black community, we need each other. Like, the Black family, that needs to be reunited. And that's what I want to try to do as far as on my end, because all I've seen growing up, and this may be for another video, like, all I've seen growing up is just chaotic and traumatic experience, as far as with the same complexion of my skin, people with the same complexion of my skin. Like, all I've seen is struggle and just radical, and impulsive decisions, and just a matter of just not really seeking truth. It's more of just fabricating it and making what's fake seem real. And it's just lustful and greediness. And that's just something I'm not with. Like, I ain't even with that, bro. So I really just try to stay level-headed. I try to stay as mature as possible. I mean, honestly, a lot of people, and I feel it too, like, I feel so, like, older, or old in general. Wise, and I really say wise, because you're getting wiser. Like, people always think, like, you're old, or if I'm 60, or if I'm 40, or you're not really old. You're wise. You're getting wiser. You're starting to, you've had many experiences that you can account for, and you learn from. You know what I mean? So, and you can pass them down. So that's it, man. That's my little rant for today, man. I really do appreciate y'all for tuning into my videos. I don't care who it is. I do care, you know what I mean, who you are. I care that you're watching. I appreciate it. And I have many more things in plan, or in the vault, as far as what to do, as far as with my life. Like, I'm a long-term thinker, so. But I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I will be dropping another video, so, of course. So I'll see you in the next one. All love.